Hey kids, it's Mrs. Compton, and today we're starting off with a number talk. So we are going to do a little bit of a build-up. Okay, so I want you to think about this. We're going to use some multiplication at the beginning of this number talk, and then we're going to switch over to division. Strange. All right, so here we go. The first one is 4 times 10. All right. You're probably already yelling at me. You know the answer. Okay. So 4 groups of 10, you could say 10, 20, 30, 40. So you probably know that one by heart, right? 4 groups of 10 would look like that, right? Okay, so I'm just going to move to the next one because we're doing a build-up here. Okay, you might be wondering, we're not building up, we're going down. 4 times 5, but trust me, we're going to connect it. Okay, so maybe you already know the answer to this one too. 5, 10, 15, 20. Or maybe you guys even thought about if you had 4 groups of 5 like this, the answer would be exactly half because you have half the amount in each circle. So 5 is half of 10. So the answer will be half. 20 is half of 40. All right. I'm going to give you your next one. Got to look at my notes. 4 times 4. Okay. Maybe a little bit harder. So maybe you're thinking about those 4 groups again. But maybe you're thinking about this one to help you. So it's 1 less in each group. So you know that the answer is actually just going to be 4 less than this one. Because we'd have to take 1 out of there, and 1 out of there, and 1 out of there, and 1 out of there to make 4, 4, 4. So the answer will be 20 minus 4, which is 16. Maybe you thought about it as 4, 8, 12, 16. Or 8 plus 8, which is also 16, right? Okay, so I did all of those with you for a reason because I want to see what you would do with this. Here comes 56 divided by 4. All right, y'all, it's time to hit pause. What do you think 56 divided by 4 would be? Take your time. Do your signal. I have 1 way, I have 2 ways, I have 3 ways. Look for your most efficient way. All right, hit pause. Okay, I hope you hit pause, and I hope that you're now back with me. So I have some guesses. I actually did this number talk this morning with Mrs. Tynan's class. So we actually I have fresh ideas in my mind of what the answer could be. Okay, so some of the kids were thinking about breaking down the 56. So somebody said, I broke the 56. He used a model. He went like this. Well, it was a number talk, so he was explaining it, but he used a model to explain it. He said, I broke the 56 in half. And then I knew that side would be 28. And that side would be 28. And then he said, I broke them in half again because he wanted 4 groups, not 2 groups. So then he said, well, then I just broke the 28 in half. And I had 14 in each one. Pretty cool, huh? So he used a model in his brain to help him solve. Okay, here's another thing. Somebody said, I'm going to break the 56 into a 40 and a 16. And they kind of used a number bond. Remember that blast from the past? So they used a number bond to help them think about what they were going to do because 40 is friendly to the divisor, 4, and 16 is also friendly to the divisor, 4. So you might know that because we've got these things that showed up here, 16 and 40, right? So he actually used the number talk up above to help him. So he did 40 divided into 4 groups and said that would make 10. Because he knew 4 times 10 was 40. And then he did 16 divided into 4 groups. So he just did this piece divided by this piece, and then this piece divided by this piece. So 16 divided by 4, well, he knew 4 times 4 was 16. Oops. Hello. I was supposed to write 4 right there. And then he said, well, my answer would just be this added together, because this together makes 56 divided by 4, and that makes 14. And you can see it there, right? It's kind of like if we would have started by just putting 10s in first, 10, 20, 30, 40, and then putting 4s in after. 44, 48, 52, 56. Right? So it's all about playing around with your numbers to see what your best strategy is. All right, kids, we are going to be doing a story problem. So sit tight. I'll be right back to talk about some dogs. It's puppy time. I love dogs. I hope you know that about me. I have 2, so I love this story. All right, a dog trainer has 20 dog treats for 5 dogs in his class. If each dog gets the same number of treats, how many treats will each dog get? Okay, so we have to make sure we have the story pictured in our heads. You can't forget that. As you get older and you get into the higher grades, you won't hear it as much because they will assume you remember to do that. So you have to remember to do it. So a dog trainer has 20 dog treats. Okay, so I want you to imagine those 20 treats. And he has 5 dogs in his class. If each dog gets the same number of treats, how many treats will each dog get? Okay, so we're trying to figure out how many treats are going to go in each dog's tummy. All right, so if my dog was in here, he'd be going nuts listening to me talking about treats, so I'm glad he's not here right now. All right, so we know for sure that there are 20 dog treats. So we could think about that like, I like to model with mathematics. It's one of my favorite things. So this is all 20 treats. So the total number is going up here, up top. Total. All right, now I know that there are, guess who just showed up? My dog is here. I think he heard me talking about treats. Okay, I'm gonna have to tone it down. All right, so we've got 5 dogs in his class. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each section here represents 1 doggo, right? Okay, so we could solve this in a few different ways, but I want you to think, what is this showing you right now? So as you're looking at the model, what is it showing you, and what can you figure out from it? All right, so we've got 20 treats separated into how many sections? So divided into 5 sections will tell us how many treats will go into each dog's belly. All right, we could also think about it in a different way, because this is actually not at all how my brain thinks about it, but I bet a lot of people do think about it like this. My brain thinks about it like this. There are 5 groups, and how many will I have to put into each group to make 20? They'll both tell us the same thing. It's a fact family, right? So 20 divided by 5, and 5 times what makes 20 will give us the same number. So which one would you choose to solve? All right, so I'm thinking 5, 10, 15, 20. Well, I know I can count by 5s 4 times to get to 20. So let's see if that gives me 4 in each one, if it's really true. All right, count by 4s with me. Ready? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. All right, we got to 20, so we had a matching number. So 20 divided by 5 is, in fact, 4. All right, the big story today is all about how to model with mathematics So you take what you know, 20 dog treats, that was our total. And then we started just breaking things down and figuring stuff out because that is what mathematicians do. All right, kids, I'll see you next time. Bye.